Hi everybody, hopefully you will get 2 videos today, or 1 today and 2 tomorrow. The reason is because I want to continue and finish with the children's story, and I need to share my thoughts on other things because I'm a little worried about the world lately. Okay, let me quickly update you. Dragon Man got honours for his academic work last night. I'm so proud of him. I cannot even begin to tell you. The kid had a bit of a rough start in life, and then he was nearly killed at about 8. From then until the end of 2023, I homeschooled him for whole years. Obviously, or clearly, his education did not suffer much, but he was very isolated. It was hard for him last year, not as far as schoolwork and cultural activities were concerned, but to adapt socially. So the fact that he had gotten this far is for me a major achievement. Anyway, that is my bragging for the day. I have another little granddaughter in Canada who's also a sweetie. Born at 24 weeks, we prayed and prayed and prayed for her to live. And today at 5, she loves drawing and writing letters, even though Mom must still spell words for her letter by letter. She also does ballet, and she is now learning to skate on the ice. Okay, and so on to the royals. There was talk that Princess Anne would retire at 75, and I know that Zara and Peter would have wanted her to, but she has now come out and made a decision very clear. Anna decided not to retire, but had promised Charles to stay with him and help him all the way to the last day of his reign. In a way, that is fantastic news, but whether that will make much of a difference, I don't know. My nerves can barely take the conflicting reports. It is said that King Charles and William, or the King or William, will have a face-to-face meeting with President Trump soon, and that the United States-United Kingdom relationship and trade agreements will likely feature prominently in their discussions. On the other hand, it is said that Trump and the King no longer has much common ground to tread on. As you know, King Charles III is a big supporter of the World Economic Forum. Charles also supports DEI, or then what do they call it, diversity, equality and inclusion. Anyway, so Trump is not really in favor of the World Economic Forum, and he really dislikes the DEI. I think the King and Trump's visit may run the risk of even more divisiveness among the people instead of pulling the nations and the people together. We already know Trump's opinion of Keir Starmer. I think King Charles may just hit the nails deeper into the coffin with his wokery. Remember, Trump is closing borders and deporting illegals by the thousands. Charles, however, fought tooth and nail to stop repatriation to Rwanda. So, not much common ground there, is there? We do not yet know when these talks will take place or on which side of the pond. It was wonderful seeing Catherine out and about with the children at the portrait gallery. I love the fact that she was actually on the bus with everybody else. That, I think, was the best part for me. I mean, she could have arrived in a chauffeur-driven vehicle and waited for the children at the gallery. But no, she got on the school bus with them, took the trip with them, and got off with them. Okay, now, having said all those beautiful things, please, please, guys, I beg you, don't take this the wrong way. But I have more of a question maybe than maybe a criticism. So please, I beg you, please listen to what I'm saying and do not bite my head off, okay? Kensington Palace has announced that they will no longer release information to the media about Catherine's outfits. Apparently, she wants everyone to concentrate more on her work than her clothing. Now, that is a very noble and, in a way, understandable thought. But in my head, I can hear Princess Anne say, do not try to reinvent the wheel. You see, we often speak about money going to the royal family. 2023 to 2024, £113 million in fixed contributions to King Charles, for instance. Of course, there are other small amounts, but as far as state spending, it is 113 million that he received. So why would the British want to keep the royals if they actually cost this much? Well, it is because the royals contribute relatively largely to the United Kingdom. The royals' contributions to the economy, or then the economic benefit to the country, come in the form of royal warrants, coats of arms, unofficial endorsements, patronages, tourism, trade, media and arts, global media coverage, and merchandise. And that is estimated to add up to the value of well over £950 million per year. It is said that the Kate effect is worth more than £1 billion to the British fashion industry. Remember, when Catherine wears something, it is basically sold out the next day, or people flock to the same designers or shops. Also remember that royals are not allowed to receive their clothing for free. It is against protocol. So here is what Catherine spent on clothing over, say, 5 years. 2023, £120,180. No, sorry, that was dollars. 2022, $191,547. 2021, $159,339. 2020, $134,000, and so on and so on. So although by our standards it is a lot of money, it is really nothing compared to the spin-off. The women who go and buy an item because Catherine wore it. Now, don't mix this up with merchandising. The royals do not get any kickbacks on this free brand advertising. It is part of their job, so to speak, as they get paid more than enough by their individual counties and the government and so on and so on. Okay. Anyway, I personally thus do not agree with Catherine on this. No one in my circle has ever spoken of Catherine as merely a clothes horse. We are all aware that she is well educated, compassionate. Her patronages, her work in the field of early childhood development, her sportsmanship and photography and everything else. We've spoken about it all. And I cannot even really remember talking about her clothing unless she wore something exceptional. So, I really cannot see why she would want to reinvent the wheel on this score. In my opinion, it would be so detrimental to those smaller designers and outlets. I mean, really, don't do this, Princess. £1 billion is a lot of revenue for your country. Please, no one is taking you for granted. Just consider how one of your favorite designers may have to close his or her doors because of business lost. It has always been good enough for the Queen, for her sister Margaret, and even for Anne. So please reconsider. I'm asking you nicely. Okay, I saw Meghan's video about the Billie Eilish merchandise. Guys, something is seriously wrong with this woman. In the video, she looks like she had been crying. Secondly, she's clearly in a manic phase. She talks too fast. She is acting like an excited 12-year-old fangirl. Oh, how much nicer and more sincere it would have been had she just taken this stuff to the girl without telling the world about it. This is indeed a nice gesture, but it is not an absolute miraculous act of love and sacrifice. Yes, I mean, Meghan went to some trouble calling around until she could get help, but this is merchandise she received for free. She did not stop a hurricane. The question is, can this woman do anything without blurting it out to the public or without recording it? Apparently not. I mean, Meghan, learn to keep quiet. Stop tooting your own horn, and maybe other people will start telling the world about your kindnesses. It will indeed look better, my dear. Give others the opportunity to speak, and don't always jump in there and say, oh, I did this and I did that, and oh, I'm so great, and oh, I'm so grand. Shut the hell up and let others come out and say, that was so kind of her, we really appreciate it. But you don't give anyone the time to say anything. You have to be front and center and first, blowing your own horn and building yourself up, and at the end of the day you are breaking yourself down because we are so sick and tired of hearing how wonderful you are. Anyway, and Meghan, you dumbnut, that thing that you were talking about in the video is a lunch box. It even says LUNCH, lunch, on the lid. Anyway, guys, I had a late start today. I had more dogs to feed today, found the cutest hungry puppy in the middle of nowhere, a feisty little thing. So I left him with one of my free customers, and although my daughter is threatening to kill me, I may very well bring him home if he is unclaimed by Friday. Akira, yellow dog, had puppies sometime before she passed out on our veranda. Now, although she had been spayed, she may very well accept the puppy. If not, I can always clean him up, deworm him, have his inoculations done, and then advertise for a good home. We will see on Friday. Anyway, that is one of the reasons why I am so late today. So guys, I'm going to love you and leave you and go do other things for a while. I'm actually busy building a footpath and planting seeds. So guys, I'm busy. I cannot wait for the garden to start taking shape. The one side is actually starting to look good, but the other side still looks like a desert. Well, it will remain a desert if I don't finish up here. So, guys, please take care of yourselves until we meet again on the next one. Bye.